Hello, and welcome back to Anime Channel. My name is Katie, and today we're going to be watching One Punch Man episode 5. So I've already watched the episode. I'm just doing my review part afterwards. Before we jump into the reaction and then the review part, I just wanted to remind you guys that you can find full reactions of all my videos on Patreon for $3 and then early access to all my videos for $1. Obviously, that helps me a lot to run the channel. I have all my goals on my Patreon, so if you want to know what your pledges are going for, you can go check it out, and the link is in the description. Without further ado, enjoy this episode with me. Ooh, the certification exam! 11,000! That's a lot. Oh, do they know him? Him? Oh, they're talking about Genos? Oh, I'm chewing because it has little pieces of aloe in it, so I'm gonna sip and chew. So, whoa, is this? Did he run twice? What? The guy just walks away. The ultimate master. Cool. One hour later. An ace class? Oh, that's great. What is there something higher than ace class? Oh no. Oh no. No. That's not an ace! That's not an ace! Look again! Oh shit. It's a C. Yeah, what the hell? No. Why? He has an Oppai shirt! His voice sounds familiar. His voice. Ooh, he's hot. Why is it just the two of them? He's so concerned, like. Oh, that wasn't enough. Everyone told me that the boy. Everyone told me about. It was him! It was him! Boy with the big chin. There's music, okay? I guess I'm now officially your disciple. Oh. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Konbanwa. I'm trying all the words I know in Japanese. Jackass. Aw, this is kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay, Baldy. Oh wow. Wait, no, I didn't read that. Oh. No one cares about that. He cares. He cares. Clearly he cares. Onegai shimasu. Shimasu. Damn! Damn! He's literally going all out and Saitama's just there like, ooh, I'm excited. He's really going like all out. He can't fly, but it looks like he can fly. Really? Guys, his face is everything. Oh, he's trying to figure him out? It's serious face. Death! Oh! Cutie patootie! No, wait, I want to see that again. Udon kirai nano. Is that how you say you don't like? Wait. Udon kirai nano. So if I wanted to ask, don't you like One Punch Man? One Punch kirai nano. Sorry, I'm trying to learn Japanese. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? And who's your voice? Aww. That's my philosophy, or did he say policy? But the music makes me suspicious. Who is his voice? I can't stop thinking about it. When I'm gonna see whose voice it is, I'm gonna be like, oh, of course. What is 失礼します? Let me Google who he is. Who is he? Who is he? One Punch Man. Characters. Blue-haired guy. Blue-haired guy. Come on. I know you're slow, internet. It's a wonder I could even watch this episode. But the download speed is not as bad as the upload speed. The upload speed is the problem. Come on, where's the blue-haired guy? Blue-haired guy. It's this one. It's this one. Handsomely masked, sweet mask. Is it this guy? It's this guy, right? It's this guy. Because I recognize his face. Handsomely masked, sweet mask. That's him. And this is, I recognize this voice actor. He's my favorite voice actor? One of my favorites anyway. Look. He's one of my favorites. I will show you. I will proof it. It has to be him because how else? Look. There he is. Mamoru Miyano. So this is one of my favorite characters ever. My third favorite character ever. Oh, Aaron shouldn't be first. She should be first. He should be like fifth. I added him recently, that's why he's first. But he's my second favorite. He's my favorite male character ever. That's how I know his name. I mean his voice. And he's Light Yagami. Oh my god, maybe that it sounded more like him though. I'm not gonna lie, it sounded like Light. It didn't sound like Tamaki. Tamaki sounds like Okay, that's enough of that. But anyway, yeah, that's whose voice it is. He is Tamaki Suo. He is, I don't know who Krollo Lucifer is, but he's Light. That's amazing. That's freaking awesome. It's pretty obvious that I really enjoy good voice acting, and I love it when one of my favorite voice actors isn't something different and I can recognize them, but it's even more exciting when one of my favorite voice actors is in something and I didn't even realize it. For example, in Shield Hero, from the get-go, I couldn't remember who it was, but someone kept reminding me that Naofumi is Sakuta and Raftalia is Mai. So in that case, I don't realize that they're the same voice actors because the character that they're portraying is so different in Shield Hero versus Bunny Girl. Sakuta is completely different to Naofumi and Raftalia is completely different to Mai. So I love that because I don't they adapt their voice based on the character. But for example, with this character, I could recognize the voice, and it's a brilliant interpretation of the character. And just think how versatile his voice is if he can voice Light Yagami, Tamaki Suo, and this masked hero guy. Clearly he's not going to be very main character-ish because on the anime, in the characters list, whatever, I'm just going to close that. He's just a little manga picture, so in a way that's definitely spoiling myself because I'm now aware that he's not going to play a very big role in the anime overall, I guess. Because if he was, he'd have a colored anime picture and not just a manga picture. But I don't mind as long as I don't think you can get spoiled for One Punch Man. It's like he's gonna one punch people. That's it. You have to enjoy how it happens. That's the whole fun part. Really great episode. I'm kind of sad that he's not he's a C-class hero, but it makes it less predictable, I guess. And it also makes sense, he's not necessarily the smartest character. What I also like is that he actually cares about popularity. Yes, he started being a hero just to save this kid because I don't think he's not a bad guy, but he didn't want to be a hero to save the people. He does save people because he's a hero for fun, and coincidentally heroes save people. But in the last episode we saw how close he could have gone the other way. You remember how that other guy didn't want to work and then he became a villain, where Saitama was also tired of the run-of-the-mill life, but then he went to the hero side because of a situation he was in, and how that situation then led him to become a hero. But I like that he's also interested in being popular and having a fan club, and because that's so against the typical hero, because typical heroes are like, I don't care about the fans, I'm in it for, you know, I'm a good person and saving people and shit. And he's just like, I'm here for fun, it would be cool to be popular. Like, I like that. I'm not saying that's like his main goal, but I can see that he kind of wants to be popular, and I like it. Because it's not the usual, what's the word? There's a word for it. It's not selfless, it's altruistic. There we go. So altruistic means showing a disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others. Showing a disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others. Oh, okay. So selfless is like, you don't care about getting back for doing good deeds. Like, you do good intrinsically because that is who you are and what you do. You do good. End of story. And I love how this anime always touches on these interesting topics. I don't know if it's my mind or what. Altruism is a very interesting thing. Like, does it really exist? And I'm of the opinion, you can try and change my opinion, but I'm of the opinion that I don't think altruism truly exists. Even Genos, who doesn't care about popularity at all, became a hero to save others. So in my mind, that's not altruistic, because he saves people because something happened to him, so he kind of writes his past through saving others, if that makes sense. He wants to defeat the cyborg that he actually became the cyborg he wanted to defeat, essentially. And his whole life is driven by that desire or that experience. So to me, that's not selfless. That is still selfish. And selfish doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Like, let's use myself for an example. Every time I go to the shops, in South Africa, we have car guards, and they, as far as I'm aware, they do get paid most if they have an official, there's a car guard jacket, so if they have an official car guard jacket, they do get paid. But it's kind of customary to like give them some money whenever. So every now and again, I don't just give them like $1, I'll give them $5, because it feels good to know that that person didn't expect to get $5. They usually get like $1. So they didn't expect to get $5, and then so it makes me happy to know that I'm helping this person, and maybe I made them feel a little bit better or whatever. Like, there's nothing I don't believe in complete selflessness. The only way you could be completely altruistic, selfless, is if you're a robot programmed to hand out food, or do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that you do for nothing. We all, whether it makes you, whether you do it because your religion tells you, whether you do it because that takes your guilt away, whether you do it because it makes you happy, you do it because it makes you happy, like, that's still getting something out of it. Like, I don't know if I just believe in altruism. Very philosophical topic, but let's Google it. Altruism. Let's read something about it. Altruism is the principle and moral practice of concern for happiness of other human beings and or animals, resulting in a quality of life both material and spiritual. Well, that's a different definition of altruism. A moral practice of the but see, there you concern yourself over the happiness of other human beings. So, but if that will never be your only goal. Like, there's always a why. Why do you? And to me, that why is always there. I was under the impression that altruism means that you don't have a why. You just do it because it's right. But even then, if you don't do it, you'd feel guilty. So you do it so you don't feel guilty because it's right. Does that make sense? So that's that. Here's a different thing that I just wanted to point out about words. Because altruism like it can be also be interpreted differently. Like, let's say your definition of altruism was different than mine, or I understood it wrong, or whatever. You can't argue with someone, and this happens a lot in real life. You can't argue with someone when your basic understanding of the definitions that you are arguing about is different. So it's always, whenever arguing with someone, it's always good to make sure that your basic understanding of the concepts that you are arguing about is the same. For example, there's this it's a philosophical question. I had philosophy when I was at university, so this stuff like this really interests me. So the question is, if a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? It's a philosophical thought experiment that raises questions regarding observation and perception. So you're either going to say, yes, it does make a sound, or no, it doesn't make a sound. And now, let's say you have these two arguments, yes, it does, and no, it doesn't. A big part of this argument, like, you can fight forever. You can kill each other over these opposing views. That's what happens in religion. But if you really, really talk it out, you probably might realize that, let's say this person, this party, says a sound is defined by sound waves moving through the air. It doesn't have to be heard to be considered a sound. This person is of the opinion that a sound is defined by sound waves that move through the air that are heard. So whether it's heard or not heard is a factor in the argument, doesn't make a sound. Because for this person, hearing or not hearing sound waves that doesn't make it a sound or not. The sound waves itself is a sound. Whereas this party is like, you have to hear sound waves for it to be considered a sound. Does that make sense? It's why I generally, when people argue with me and I argue, especially on Twitter, oh my gosh. But when people argue, 3 or 4 tweets later, I realize that this person, they're arguing from their perception, and they don't understand that our basic concept of something is completely different. And that's why I sometimes end up just, like, I mute them, because you can't argue with a person that you don't even agree on what a sound is. So how can you argue whether if a tree falls in a forest doesn't make a sound? You can't argue on that, because your definition of and your belief in what is a sound is different. So you'd either have to change your opinion on what that basic definition is for you to come to a conclusion, or not a conclusion, but to agree on whether the tree makes a sound or not. So yeah, that's why some people, you just never will always win an argument, because for them they're right, and for you are right. It comes down to your definition of stuff and beliefs and whatever. Yeah, that is my review of One Punch Man. But it was all about altruism and how I like that the anime doesn't make him this altruistic, I do it for the good of the world hero. Like, yes, he does good things, and yes, it helps the world, and yes, I'm sure he cares about that, but he's also just a hero for fun, and he wants to be popular. So I love it. Looking forward to the next episode. Tomorrow I'll be posting Tanya the Evil episode 3. If everyone just please send me good vibes. Cross your fingers that the internet gets back up. It'll be so much easier for me to upload. So thank you, and see you next time. Bye.